All right, now what we need to do is we need to create the essential loops for the shirt area. Let's go to object mode and let's go ahead and show everything. All right, we don't need this anymore. I'm just gonna go ahead and delete my skeletal mesh that came from Unity and the Mani sample, all these here. I'm gonna just go ahead and delete those. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and select the shirt, Shift H to isolate it. Now, the way that we are going to be doing the shirt here is kind of similar. The way we're going to do the essential loops here is going to be similar to how we would do an actual torso of the human body. We're going to need some essential loops around this area. So this is the area where it's going to articulate. So we're going to need the essential loop right here, all around, going around, this way, circular loop. And another thing that we're going to need is we have the shape of the chest here. And what we could do is we could also create a loop going around this way. So this will provide us a nice shape for the chest area, around the deltoid area. And if we have this loop here going around like that, and also going around up to here on the deltoid and up to the upper back area. So if the character needs to lift up his shoulder or raise his arms, right, that loop is going around that way is going to be used to raise the arms up. Also, it's going to work in conjunction with the loop that we're going to add under the arm area. Or if your character is just going to pick up something, really raise his arm up, okay, that's going to be a great loop to use for the rigger, right? So it's something that's very essential for us to do. All right. Now we could go ahead and Shift A and create a plane. And let's go ahead and rotate that 90 degrees. And I'm going to go ahead and just turn off the snap for now. Move it forward slightly. Move the front view and let's go ahead and scale it. And move it up. Scale it down, move it back, and we could change the color of this. We could go to our material, and we have the topology colored. And the first thing we're going to do is create the essential loop for the arm area here. Let's go ahead and hit the tab key, and we could turn on snap already and face nearest. We could go ahead and snap that on there. And of course it's sinking in. We go to our object properties, viewport display, turn on in front. And another thing that we could do is add a shrink wrap modifier. Where's the shrink wrap? And click on the eyedropper here and select our shirt. All right, and back again. So let's go ahead and create the essential loop that we need for our shirt here. Probably gonna move it this way. Extrude. Rotate, extrude. We could also just go ahead and duplicate this, like that, move it like this. You could go ahead and then extrude it. And extrude. And we could go ahead and select this geometry here. Shift V to make a copy. Alright. Gonna move it this way. Go to edge. Rotate. Alright, go ahead and extrude it and scale it. And extrude. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and select this and duplicate it. Move it here. Really trying to get underneath the arm. Yeah, the tightest spots here are going to be, of course, the trickiest. Okay, and then we can go ahead and do a little extrusion. Press G to kind of move it. Press G, hover your mouse over here. And go ahead and extrude. Select the vertex here. Press G and then just kind of slightly move it. And move it like this. Alright. Now we could go ahead and just start to connect all of these together. Go to edge and extrude that out and rotate. Scale it down, extrude. Extrude it. And gonna move the vertices. Alright, I think for this one, we're gonna have to go slowly. I'm gonna delete the faces here. So this one, we're gonna have to do it slowly like this, and gonna move it maybe in this direction. This. Okay. We're gonna have need a little bit more loops here. Extrude. Okay, and then we could go ahead and connect. Rotate. Pull it up. Add another geometry here. And I'm gonna have to start connecting in this area also. Figure that out. And then go ahead and bridge it. Okay. Alright, now this part right here, we gotta go do the same thing. Just go ahead and connect these. Select this and bridge. Okay. And here we can extrude. And then select this and bridge. Okay, and for this, gonna move this down slightly, pull it up, and another edge here. Okay. Of course, we gotta make sure that whatever we have here on this side, we also have it on the other side. We go to object mode, and if we go to the move tool, you can see it's not in the middle of the grid, so we add the mirror modifier. It's not going to be accurate. So let's go to set origin to 3D cursor. So now if we go to move tools in the middle of the grid, the move tool, and so now if we add the mirror modifier, it should be working on the other side. And what we could also do, we go here to our viewport shading, make sure backface culling is turned on. Hit tab key. Alright, and the next thing that we have to do is going to be for the part, for the loop that goes across the chest onto the deltoid and onto the upper back area. And let's go ahead and do that. So we could maybe duplicate geometry here, Shift D, slowly and surely just move it. Okay, this and this way, this way. Okay, good. Gonna go and extrude it. Okay, we have to make sure that they merge. So on the mirror, turn on clipping, and there you go. Scale it up slightly. Okay, and extrude again, down. And we could also go ahead and make a copy of this, Shift D to make a copy. Slowly move it. It's probably gonna be like around this area. Okay, we could go ahead and kind of move this down and move it slightly. Okay, move it like this and here. And then just extrude again. Okay, so we're gonna have to do the back area. We're gonna move it slightly like this, and then gonna move it like this. All right, and we could go ahead and duplicate this geometry like that. We'll move it closer. Gonna go to edge, scale it down slightly, rotate, and gonna have it meet up like this. Alright, so maybe I'm thinking about where it's going to meet up around this area. Probably around, yeah, I think could probably meet up around this area then. I'm gonna go ahead and move this down like this. Probably could add another extra edge loop here. There you go. Bring this down like that. Alright, and we could go ahead and extrude this and connect it to here. So we're gonna just go around and just do our connection. Extrude. Extrude it again and connect. Same here. I'm gonna go ahead and extrude. Extrude again. Yeah, so this part here we could go ahead and extrude and connect. Alright, and we gotta do this part. Here you go. Alright. And I think gonna move this down slightly so we got a little curve going. And I think I could kind of move this down go. All right. All right, so I think this is the loop that we're gonna need for our geometry, for our torso. Now, the way that we're gonna need to retopologize this later is we're gonna have to think of the folds here. So we are going to make sure that we are creating the silhouette for these folds area, for some of these folds. Not every single fold, but the ones that are the most noticeable, that could give a nice silhouette to our character. We're gonna have to make sure those folds are there, right? And this is what's gonna be, how it's gonna be different from retopologizing a human torso. With a human torso, you don't have to worry about the folds. So basically, all you have to do is do like a cylindrical shape on down, like a net-like topology. But for something with clothes, we have to take into the deep folds into account. So there's going to be some triangles probably that we need in these areas because we're going to have a lot of zigzagging going on here. So it's going to be later we're going to be connecting and retopologizing, filling this out, okay? All right, but this is all the loops, the essential loops that we need for now. That's very, very important, and they need to be there. All right, so let's go ahead and do the pants, the essential loops for the pants. Let's go to object mode and show everything. Let's go ahead and select the pants here, Shift H. Okay, now an important loop that we need is going to be the area, the essential loop for the leg here, which is what the animator will use to have the character lift his leg to the side or to the front, have it kick. This is an essential loop to have where it articulates where the bony part, the upper leg bone, connects to the hip bone, so like around this area. It's very important, that loop. And another thing is we could just create a loop going around, all around the area here, just to shape out be able to shape out the waist, the belt area here. And last but not least is the loop that's gonna be going around this way, all around for the knee, or the bending of the knee. And you could also create another loop going all around like this. All right, so those are the loops that we're going to need for this. We could go ahead and create a plane, RX 90 degrees. All right, and turn off the snap tool for now. Okay, let's go ahead and scale this down, move it up. I'm gonna move it forward. Okay, and we could go to our material and just set it to the topology color. All right, go ahead and move this down, scale it, hit the tab key, turn on snap, face nearest, tweak right here, and let's go ahead and snap it onto the pants area. Now there's going to be a little shrinking shrinking, so we can go to our object properties, turn on in front, and let's also just go ahead and add a shrink wrap and target the pants. Hit the tab key, and let's go ahead and begin creating the essential loops that we are going to need for this character. All right, so let's go ahead and extrude this out. Scale it. And then we're going to go ahead and duplicate this. So I know it's going to be somewhere around here. Rotate, move. All right. So just checking on the articulation point here. Right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and extrude again. And while we're here, I do want to just go ahead and create this on the other side. I'm gonna go first, set origin to 3D cursor and set to mirror. There you go. Alright, and we're also gonna have to create this extrusion all around. And we could go ahead and just make a copy of this and move it. This. Extrude it. So maybe this will help out also with shaping the butt cheek area. So you don't want to make it too low, don't want it too high either. You still kind of want it a little bit as level as what we have here. Extrude it, extrude. Pull that up. Alright, and I'm gonna go ahead and have this. We're gonna have this go all around like this, and then at the back we're also going to have it go connect it through here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do the hardest part, which is the top part. Is this right here is tight around this area, so really those are the areas that I like to work with the most, the hardest part first. And you could go ahead and then extrude, scale, extrude, scale. So we want to have this connect all the way out to here. That's what we need. And go ahead and rotate and scale it. Rotate. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and select this and just make a copy. There you go. And I'm gonna go and extrude. Yeah, tight areas like this are, I have to say, it's really the most annoying part, really. Okay, and then we can go select this and bridge it. Maybe you can add another edge loop here. Just gonna move it around. This. Go. And let's go ahead and connect those. Go. Alright, looking good. And now we could go ahead and just connect these together. Select this, shift click here. Alright, so that's the essential loop that we need there. Lift this up, rotate. Get all around. Okay, so I think this will be good. Definitely a good start. Now we could go ahead and create the essential loop that's going around this way, right? All around. So we could go ahead and select this, Shift D to make a copy, move it up, rotate, go ahead and extrude it, extrude, scale, there you go. We gotta make sure that clipping is turned on. Go. Grid all around here. There you go. And add another edge loop right there. Gonna lift that up. Okay, so we got that nice edge loop there, and then we also gonna need one on around the knee area where we have the articulation point here, and also around this area, around the ankle. So let's go ahead and select this, make a copy, and just slowly move it down. I think we could use this like around this area. And extrude that out. Extrude. Okay. And while we're here, we could also just make a copy of one of these and duplicate it. Have it slide down like this. All right, and I'm gonna go move it this way. Okay, and I'm gonna go and extrude that out. And I think probably could lift this up slightly. And I'm gonna go and connect. One and two. And you could go ahead and make it all the way up here already. All right. And I'm gonna go and extrude this out. Extrude some more. Extrude once again. Then we could go ahead and connect this together. Go. Alright, so we got a loop that we could use there. And later on, when it's time for us to connect these, we're gonna have to think about the folds here, the silhouette. So we're gonna have to make sure that the silhouettes are there when it's time for us to retopologize this spans. But yeah, the essential loops for the bending and the knees, very important. All right, now we could go ahead and duplicate that and also put it on the other side. Shift D, put it down, slowly down and down. And I'm gonna go ahead and move it. Extrude, extrude. Then we could also do the same thing here. Make a copy and slowly slide it down And if it starts to get way too deformed, we're gonna have to slowly adjust this. Remember, you could press down your numpad to zoom in to make it easier to navigate. Go. Great. Then we can go ahead and extrude and extrude. Extrude some more. Extrude some more. Again, scale it. And I'm going to lift that up. Make sure you're looking at all views, make sure it's actually on the surface. Extrude that out and scale it. Okay, now this side, extrude it. You don't want to jump too far. Do it slowly. Extrude. Wait, hold on. Yeah, we can go ahead and extrude this out. Bring it down. Extrude this out. Okay, and then we could do some connection already. And connect this to here. Yeah. Alright, so we got a nice loop going there. So I think this is the loop that we're going to need for our pants. And later on we are going to be connecting all of these and thinking about the silhouette for this also. And yeah, that's good for the pants for now, for the loops. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the shoe. Let's go to object mode and show everything again. Alright, we're going to do the shoe now. I'm going to isolate that. And let's go ahead and create a plane. And I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the snap tool. As I scale this down, scale it a little bit close to here. So we are going to be doing the loop for the shoe area, like around this part right here. Because remember, our toes able to bend like that, right? So we're gonna have to create that essential loop on there. Okay. And we could go and turn this on and face nearest. I'm gonna go and set it to my topology color. I'm gonna go ahead and snap that where it needs to go. And we could go ahead and make sure in front is turned on. And go ahead and extrude. Move that up like this. Extrude. And extrude. Some more. And another one. Another one. And the last one. Go. Up to here. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and just gonna nudge these around. Alright. We could probably move this closer here. this way, this way. And this way here, and this way. Go. All right, and we go ahead and extrude this out. Extrude this out. Okay, then we go ahead and scale this. Extrude it this way. And extrude all the way this way. And this one, good. Go in, maybe gonna make it go this way. Extrude. Alright, extrude one more time. Extrude. Alright, and going this way and have it connect. This and this going to connect. All right, great. So now we go to object mode and make sure we mirror down the other side and mirror. Oh, we gotta make sure that we set origin to 3D cursor, and then let's go ahead and mirror. Okay, perfect. All right, and so we got all the essential loops that we need. We got it for our head, on our torso area, our hands, our legs, and feet. This is more or less the essential loops also that you're going to need when you're doing a character without any clothing. Those essential loops are very important. Those are the areas where you're going to see the most animation, and around our areas of our body where our bones meet, where our joints articulate, where our bones rotate. Alright guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.